why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
All right, so Flame Monroe. You look absolutely amazing. Hey, I feel special that you're here.
Oh, I feel special to be here because you know your show is the talk of the town.
We try to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? We try to listen. I know you don't believe in those like pronouns and stuff, but what should I address you as?
As Flame Monroe, comedian
Okay.
Flame Monroe, he, she, we. My own preferred pronoun is he, she, we. He
Okay.
cash the check, she make the money, we spend it. Same bitch right here.
I heard that. Now I gotta ask, when you started in comedy, because you've been in comedy a long time, did you start
20 years.
as a he, or did you start as he, she, we?
Yeah, I started comedy as Flame Monroe.
Okay, that's good. And I gotta tell you, I don't know, I haven't seen anybody like applaud you on this, but I love how free you are with your body on stage, and you wear them little sheer things, and you see the whole breast assistance and stuff. I'll be like, damn, I wish I had the courage.
Because you know what that is, Tasha? I learned a long time ago from old school comedians, Bernie Mac in particular, may he rest in peace, that most of the most funniest people are not on TV. The most funniest comics right now are not on TV, are not in the limelight. They're working in the clubs because they haven't found their own voice, because comedy is so much more than just your jokes. It is everything. So I deliver my jokes, my body. You already know that I'm a transgender person. So why not play off of it? Why not make it work for me as opposed to making it work against me? So I learned that early on. So I wear dresses that are devastating, that women admire and men admire from afar.
That part.
That part. Because that part is what they're looking for. That part.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, I'm like, damn, like, and you just have so much like courage and your boldness. And I think that's what just takes what draws people to you is your boldness and being able to say whatever the fuck you feel, and you don't give a shit about what people think.
Well, you know what, Tasha? I think that people think that I'm like this lion and that I'm unbreakable, and I'm not. But I've taken so much of the stripes being in this game for so long with other comics and with people who worked in clubs and stuff, that now I'm kind of like numb to it. Because you have to remember that I was in a comedy game as a transgender stand-up comedian 20 years ago when there was no representation, absolute zero representation. So I'm going up in y'all pond playing with y'all fish and knew that I didn't belong there, but according to straight people, but I felt like I want to be labeled as a comedian. I don't want to be a special comedian. I don't want to be an anomaly. I don't want to be a specialty act or transgender. I just want to be respected as Flame Monroe comedian. You know, all the rest of it is already there. I talk about it in my act. So I was never running away from it. I just wanted the respect of my constituents. And yesterday, let me just tell you this. Yesterday, after 20 years, yesterday, my name went on the wall at the world famous, the most famous comedy club in America, the Comedy Store. And I'm telling you, Reginald Hudlin was the director and Guy Torrey put it together. And when they asked me, Flame, how does it feel to have your name on the wall with all these giants and legends? You know what I said, Tasha? I said, after 20 years of this game, y'all finally see me. There was nothing else for me to say.
That is
because they finally
amazing.
see me, and I appreciate it.
Congratulations. Because I was going to ask you, like, you know, you're coming up in an era where they're not, a lot of people still are uneasy with people they consider different or they don't understand, or however you want to, homophobic, transphobic, you know, let's just say it for what it is. Were you scared as Flame Monroe in straight clubs? Like, what? What were some of the things going through your head?
So the scariest club I ever did is in your city, Atlanta. I did Uptown before they moved to this place. I did the old Uptown. So I had worked the entire weekend. So Sunday nights was the notorious night. Sunday night was the night that they would throw wine bottles at you. They would pull guns and put a gun to your head. Oh, it was like that Sunday because it was all the drug dealers and the rappers and all the strippers and everything. So it was a very ghetto night. So I had did the entire weekend. So Sunday night came, they were booing A-list comics. I watched them boo two A-list comics off stage before I went on stage. I'm not gonna say the name,
Wow.
but so the manager Hank came in the back and he was like, "Flame, they crazy. I don't know how they gonna receive you. You want to go or not? I'm still gonna pay you your full pay." I sat down for. I said, "Give me 5 minutes." And I sat down for a minute and I thought about it. I say, "Well, this is what you say you want to do. This is the arena you want to play in. You got to play the game with these big boys." And it's on YouTube right now. I went out there at the Uptown. I had on a blue sheer dress and I ripped that bitch in half because guess what? My fear will never overshadow my talent.
So you had it all out and killed that
Honey, they can
bitch.
come get it. And I met two people after the show, and it
Were they
oh, I
drug
was
dealers?
so yeah,
Were they
man.
drug dealers? Look.
They might not have been drug deals, but they damn sure was gangbanging, baby. Woo!
Oh! Did you bang both of them though?
We will never tell.
Oh! Now you know this is Unwind with Tasha K now.
Hey,
Listen.
I gave you enough time. You gonna have to fill in the blanks, girl.
You said you met him, and when a person say, "I met you," you my friend, I know it goes down. You come from that era, so you already.
I was in Atlanta. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, and that's crazy that Atlanta is still so transphobic and homophobic, and this is like one of the prime capitals for LGBTQ, and I see so many people moving here just so that they can be themselves.
Yeah, Atlanta is a very free city for, especially for the Black gay mecca.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. When people have a problem with somebody, what someone else is doing, that is not your problem. That's not even my struggle. I don't care what you think about me. Understand that what you say to me means absolutely nothing. My clap back is amazing. And I will make you rethink your life. You'll crawl back up in your mama's wombs and your daddy's nuts fucking with this mouth. Understand that. Because, and if you don't mean anything to me, there is nothing you can say to me or about me that will affect me because I don't know you, which means that I don't have to care about you.
Okay, that part.
Too much of us take on somebody else's energy. Energy is transferable.
Yeah.
If I'm in a great mood and you in a shit mood and I walk in the room and I feel your energy jump on me, I'm leaving. This ain't for me. I'm usually a pleasant person. I just talk shit.
I think a lot of people do get scared of people who, are not afraid to like speak their mind. And so from that part, they judge you and say, oh, they're a bitch, they're this, they're aggressive, they're that. And it's just like, no, I'm just speaking my mind.
Well, what's great, Tasha K, you have that. You have that intimidation factor. Let me tell you what the intimidation factor does.
Okay.
The equation makes you remove all the bullshit. So when people are afraid to come and approach you because they're mealy mouths or weak or they've heard A, B, and C, sometimes it saves you from even having to ever deal with that bullshit because then you don't even have to deal with it because they're too afraid to approach you because of your reputation.
Now, you done dropped some wisdom because I always wondered, like, why are people so scared of me? My producers, they like, girl, they said they are scared of you. What are they scared of? Like, what? But I like that. I like the way you put that. So thank you for helping me to understand that. You are just like such
You're a beast with it now. You're a beast with it. I love it.
Thank you. I just try to entertain. That is it.
Don't we all?
Have you ever had anybody, I guess, come at you wrong, try to fight you, hurt you for doing comedy, hurt you for
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. I've actually had a physical altercation in a comedy club many, many years ago. And let me tell you something. My security has nothing to do with your insecurity. I know who I am. I never have wanted. Even when I was young and I was a dime piece, I was never a passable
You're
trans
still a
person.
dime
Let me
piece.
say that.
Stop.
No, I'm more like a Bow Dollar now. Let's be honest. Shit, I'm a fat Bow Dollar, big bitch, Harriet Tubman bitch. Yeah. But when I was never a convincing trans. We have some beautiful, convincing trans girls out here. That Amaya Scott is a beautiful, convincing.
Yeah.
The one from Pose, the light India Moore, she's beautiful. I was never one of those. I had a beautiful body, but you knew that I was not a girl. Which all should. When I reflect on that, it worked in my favor because I was such a whore that I probably would have got my head cracked quite a few times. But you knew what I was, so the presentation of who I was, with me being comfortable and another guy being uncomfortable, sometimes I woke up feelings in people that they didn't even realize that they had. Not on purpose. It was just because of who I am and who I was. So instead of them addressing their feelings, they would try to actually fight me. So one guy really did try to fight me. He roasted me from stage. I say, see, now every woman in here know, because they know these other niggas said nothing. You the only one got something to say. It's always the one with his mouth open and wide is that take it up the ass the best.
I try to tell him.
And he was enraged. So after the club, he said he was gonna whoop my ass. I said, all right, nigga, and what I'm gonna do while you doing that? Please tell me what I'm gonna be doing while you whooping my ass. All my uncles was gangsters and songs in Chicago. I grew up in the projects. That nigga came outside to take Chicago comics to tell the story because I dissected that nigga. I multiplied, divided, added, and subtracted that ass, baby. He thought he was in math class.
Did the people come see him get his ass whooped?
They all came outside and watched me whoop his ass in drag. I was in drag. I lived my life as a woman. I whooped his ass, and about a week later, he started liking me again. I'm gonna leave that there.
Did you tap that ass after you beat that
Miss
ass?
Tasha, I already told you you're gonna have to fill in the blanks.
What did he say when he came to you? I'm sorry. You know,
when he came to me, I taught him some manners. Didn't your mama teach you not to talk with your mouth full? Mm-hmm. Catch it. You're a little slow, Tasha. Catch up.
I just listen. I really be minding my business, but sometimes I don't. So I be wanting to know. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna throw something up in there. Young Buck. I don't think I've ever heard you speak on him. Have you seen?
I'm not sure who that is. Who is it? I know he's a rapper.
Yeah, he's one of the members of G Unit. Even 50 Cent be like, you know, posting stuff when we be putting out, when the trans girls be like leaking his videos and conversations and stuff. And he still claims, you know, that he's not, you know, he don't like the girls. And yet there keeps being videos.
Let's not attack Young Buck.
Right.
What's the other source that's putting it out? How would you know?
And I was going to ask you that. How did you feel about trans women leaking videos on straight
I'm not talking about the trans women. I'm talking about his boy, 50 Cent. If he's a part of your group and then you putting out information like that as a part of your group, tell me where your loyalty is to me and I'm a part of your group that's making money for you. I need to know that part.
They've been enemies for quite some time. Buck claims that 50 owes him a lot of money, so they've been enemies. But every time one of the trans girls leaks a video with Buck, you know what I'm saying, he posts it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, we're bloggers. We get the stories. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like outing Young Buck because, I mean, this has been going on for a long time. So at this point, like, this is your life. How do you feel about that, though?
Young Buck likes what he likes. But my point is, why is your guy who you say they're enemies or they're feuding, why would you leak something like that? And why is that so important for you to share something? Here's my issue. And I'm not freestyling on 50 Cent because 50 Cent was when I said what I said about 50 Cent when we were voting for Joe Biden, who won the presidency, and all these out loud rappers who are very quiet right now. Let me just say on the political front, all y'all telling all us black folks, hold your vote until the black agenda. Everybody is dead silence right now. But 2022 and the pre-election is coming up. Let me see if they start speaking again. Because could you imagine, Tasha K, had we held our vote and that fool won again right now? Understand that. So let me start there.
I say anybody but him. Hell, I would have took Kanye. Anybody but him.
The source of 50 Cent disrespected black women terribly, but when the white bitch said something about him, the nigga was like he is right now, dead silent. When Vivica Fox came and told the story, he ripped Vivica a new one. But Vivica is a real strong, authentic black woman. And she played no games with 50, 49, 47, and 35. She diced that nigga. So understand that you can't be this obsessed with showing me videos about your boys fucking around with the trans girls if there is not something that remotely turns you on.
Well, now if 50
I'm
hit back,
my trans sister.
When 50
I can take it. I can take it hit back.
Y'all listen, I ain't have nothing to do with that because you know 50 Cent, he can't stand when somebody come at his ass.
I didn't hit 50. But 50 always go after people for the gay agenda. Why is that so important? And why is it offended to say that somebody's gay? I know beautiful gay people. I know beautiful gay
Yeah.
women, beautiful gay men that have wonderful children that don't even attack straight people. Oh, you straight. Oh, you straight. Uh, that sounds real dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel
I ain't
about
got
though,
to,
girls? How do you feel about trans girls leaking videos and exposing straight men who aren't necessarily ready to come out the closet? How do you feel about that?
in the words of Eddie Murphy in the movie Life, there are consequences and repercussions to your actions.
Oh,
Understand that when you decide to make a conscious decision, you might get unconscious. That's it.
well, there it
I've been in the
is.
game for 20 years. I've been a trans woman for 38 years. I got stories that will grow your hair blonde and grow it to your ass. But guess what? What would my come up be? Naming, I can name some A-listers right now that will make your grandmama come back and say, girl, did you hear this nigga? But guess what? What good is that gonna do me? I don't want to look over my shoulder. I don't want to be worried about somebody busting me upside my head because I'm outing them. That is not my story to tell. When you
Yeah.
decide to tell your story, that is your story to tell. My story is pretty public.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's gotten to the point
You can,
now where I'm starting. I mean, trust me, the wine is so good. It's so tempting, but I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting hurt. And sometimes I
well, that's
wonder,
where we are now.
yeah, and I wonder, do the trans girls worry about that? Like, do you not realize that some people feel as if this is like the end of them with this coming out?
AdamandEve.com. I'm talking toys, bondage, lingerie, and so much more. Plus, they have 24/7 customer service, so you can order at 3 a.m. if you ain't coming, if you get me, okay? And if something isn't working out, you can send it back within 90 days, no hassle. And if that's not enough, you can also take pleasure in knowing that 20% of their profits goes to help fight the spread of HIV around the world. So go on ahead and log on to AdamandEve.com. Use the code Tasha K for 50% off one item plus free shipping in the US and Canada. Some exclusions apply now, but hurry up and visit AdamandEve.com so they can make you come. Let's put the wine down for a second because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine.
Well, here's my thing with that, and I know I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, and I love my LGBT trans sisters and
Yeah.
everything. But here's the thing. So I used to be a prostitute. I used to whore the streets when I was young as a trans girl. And I've met many bulls and basketball players and football players from the city of Chicago. But here's the thing. You have to understand and you have to stay in your lane. If I am a trick, or if you are a trick and I'm a hoe, and we got a thing, I can't catch feelings for you because you got a whole wife, a whole life, children, endorsements and everything. So you can't be with me on my birthday and because you have to be with your wife and your children. And I get that. I understand I'm supposed to, but I didn't caught feelings. So I'm going to get angry, pick up a phone, especially when it's a black man, and call when it's a professional athlete. Because what you have to understand is for every one professional black athlete that you see that has made a team, 50 didn't. 50 did not. So you're going to strip my life away from me because you're angry because I can't be with you when you knew who I was when you first got with me. This was a trick. This was a business transaction. This wasn't no love. I love what we do while we doing it, but I got a whole family. So you strip my endorsements. I lose my job on the team. If I got a black wife and I said what I said, a black wife, she gonna tell everybody.
Sure
His
will. I get
kids,
called.
his mama, all his homeboys, that nigga gay. That nigga woo woo woo. So you didn't to save face, you do something drastic in a heated moment. You have to think long term, and I'm talking to my youngsters because old queens don't do that. Young queens out men. Young old queens, we know how to play this game because we play the hand that we have been dealt. We knew back in my day, you get your butt whooped. Now they take you out.
I think Sydney Starr made it okay. I love
To
Sydney.
do
Don't
what?
get me
Lie?
wrong.
To do what? Lie? To do what? Lie? Because she
Yeah,
lied on Chingy.
she
Now
lied
let's make it clear
and
that
she killed his career with that.
and she came back and told the lie, but did his career come back? And we can stop with that one because I don't even want to talk about that.
you That shit hit a nerve. I can tell you. That shit hit a nerve.
What it did was
she
it dragged.
apologized. Yeah.
But did it bring his career back? Apology and my career gone. Exactly. So here's the thing: if you fuck it up like that for one person, you fuck it up for a group. They label us as a group. So if I come out and cry wolf, then you're gonna believe my wolf. Then the next time I come out and cry wolf, nobody will believe me. There are choices in life. When you claim to be grown and you want to be infamous and famous, and what has it done for Sydney Starr's career to outshine you? Honestly. Okay, I'm gonna hold on while you're waiting on it. Oh, come on, wait, come on. Remember, it's only an hour show. Come on.
I fucking love you.
That's just the fucking real of it. Now we gonna do it. We gonna do it.
I know she's been really struggling trying to get like a solid position in television, getting people to take her serious.
Where's the trust? She messed her own trust up though. The real time, if you have to look at it honestly, she messed up her own trust. She's a beautiful girl. She could have went very far in the industry. She can dance. She's talented.
Yeah.
But you were your own train wreck.
Yeah, she is talking again. I did get some information on a rapper that she's supposed to be messing with. Now I don't know if it's true because it's Sydney Starr. Look at your face.
I'm listening to you, sister. I'm listening to you.
Like, bitch, listen.
Okay, as long as you look, at least you called yourself, and I didn't have to say it out loud.
I called. I didn't know if it was true. I didn't know if it was true. I had got a call. I was just like, well. She did say last time that this was happening, so this particular rapper happens to be in the limelight now, so it's kind of hard to believe. I'm trying to see. No.
Oh wait a minute, am I sitting right on my end? Let me get back in the camera.
No, you're great. Just like that. Okay. Now the way you looked at me, like as if I was one of your kids getting ready to lie. Like, go ahead and tell that motherfucking lie so I can knock the hell out your ass. Like.
I've been raising my children for 18 years not to lie to me.
I was gonna ask.
I got one that.
How did you become like a single father of like 6 children?
6.
Well, that's what I have. 3. I'm sorry. No. 3.
Girl, I
had a little wine. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
I was gonna say my put-out game ain't that damn bad. Good God.
3.
Girl, you gonna knock it out.
Yes. How did
3 beautiful children. How did you? I did it the old-fashioned way.
You did it the Michael Jackson way.
I know. I did it the old-fashioned way, honey. This thing goes in and out. I'm like Chinese rope. I jump in, jump out, jump side to side, jump on, jump in. Jumping out might be the problem, though. No, I dated. So both my kids' moms are named Tasha. Tasha must be your seed.
Well, let me hide, right? You ain't missing. You ain't missing.
And so I was dating my son's mom, and she just passed a couple of weeks ago. My son's mom just passed, 40 years old. She diabetes. Yeah, thank you. And so they really didn't have a relationship. And so when we started, we were just kicking the bobos. We was partying and doing our thing, and we got pregnant like a year after we were kicking it. And she had already had a son by somebody else before I met her. So she said she didn't want to have another baby. So me only wanting one kid said, if you have the baby, give him to me. I'll never ask you for anything. In her absence and in her death, and I must be very honest, she was not a good mother for either one of her kids. But she was great for seeing me to say, I know you're going to do a good job with my son. So she gave me my son. I never had to go to court. I never had no discrepancies with her about her kid. She didn't change her mind. She lived her life. My son is with me. Things were great. She just passed away a couple of weeks ago because she was just out there doing her thing. But her other son is doing very, very well. He's a rapper and from Chicago. I don't know his rap name, but his real name is Jalen. And we went to the funeral. Me and my son went to the funeral and everything. And it was very fun. He met a lot of that side of the family that he had never met his whole life. Because he's been with me. I took him home from the hospital. I was also in the room when he came out, and good God.
She passed the baby to you and said, I'm out. Wow.
Well, and you know what, Tasha, why you have to commend women like that? Because people say, how could you leave your baby? He could have been a whole nother kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as it stands, growing up with his transgender crazy daddy, he just got a full ride because he graduated high school with his associate's degree, and he just got a full ride to Tennessee State University. And if y'all
Hey,
think I'm bragging, you goddamn right I'm bragging because
you gonna
my
be in his
baby
day.
got a full ride. You damn, I'm gonna show up at the games in full drag, baby. Say, come on, baby, get it, baby. No, I'm very, very proud of my son. My daughter is. I have all three of my children are graduating next month. Two high schoolers, one eighth grader. And my oldest daughter is going to Long Beach City College for a year. She's going to go to Howard.
Okay.
But my son is going to TSU, and my baby girl is going to high school. And how did I become single? Is because the other Tasha.
Oh God. Thank you for giving me this
Can you
interview.
hear me?
Although I know, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
This
me?
child and called me. Now my sound went out. Hold on.
Okay, you can go back out and come back in though.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm
Can you
sorry.
hear me?
That was my mama calling me. Good
Okay.
God.
But can you hear me though?
I hear you just
Okay,
fine
perfect.
now.
It's okay.
So
Tell
the
mama we
other
said
Tasha,
hey.
hey Val, Miss Val, she don't hear. This is like she knows when I'm doing something. It's just like an inopportunity. She got like a clock in her head or something. So the other Tasha I met while we were pregnant, but the other Tasha I fell in love with her for love at first sight. It was wow. It was wow. And we had two daughters, but the relationship was screwed from the beginning.
How old were you when you met her?
I was 35. She was 21. She had just made 21, had just passed her birthday. But I'm a Cancer and she is a Pisces, February Pisces. And good
Oh,
God.
I'm a Pisces
We meet.
too. Let me hide for
What
you.
Pisces?
'Cause you don't
Are you
miss.
March or February?
I'm
Are you
March.
February or
I'm
March?
March.
Oh, that's a different one. It's a different breed. The February Pisces, female Pisces, crazy as a rose lizard. But they got the Megan, baby. They ain't got the WAP. They got the Megan. Cause I don't know what the hell Cardi B was talking about. Cause the WAP didn't do that good. Cause what's his name wouldn't stop cheating. But the Megan made that nigga change his DNA and say, I don't even want to be a prince no more. I'm moving to America with this black bitch. If I can give me a sex change, if I can go pick out the Megan, I want the Megan, baby. Ooh!
Yeah, the
I don't know
Megan
what
is.
that sister
She
do to
got a
that white
whole
boy.
print. She got the money. She got every damn thing. Oh
That nigga
man.
say, I don't even want the kingdom, the crown, the prince. I want this one. Please, can I sign up for the Megan,
I
please?
know. Megan got the WAP. Listen.
Yeah,
No,
Megan
that
got
is
the wop bobble pop
amazing.
pop.
So you guys, like, how long were you and your second baby mother together?
We were together. She left us when my oldest daughter was 3. So I had a 3.5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 4-month-old when she left. And when she left, she never looked back. She married a woman. They had another baby. She didn't have another baby. The woman had the baby. And we just have a horrible relationship. But she still has a relationship with her children.
Okay. You still love her?
I never, I will always have love for her because she was the only woman that I have and probably will ever love. I probably will never
Mm.
love. And she was a little stud. You know, I like FDMs. I like female to male. She was a
Okay.
little stud. That's my thing. She looked like, but when I met her, she was cute as a button. She looked like she was about 14. I almost felt like a pedophile, but she was 21. Before y'all take this and run with it. I was like, oh, I ain't this goddamn pedophile. You must be legal. I'm a DOMWT. I am a
Okay.
DOMWT. If you want to know the meaning of that, ask.
Oh, I do want to.
I'm telling you, Tasha, ask.
Okay. What is it?
I'm a dirty old man with titties. Goddamn.
So you're attracted to women as well too.
I'm only attracted to women. I haven't done men in about 20 years. I only like trans men or very, very masculine women. But I enjoy the vagina. I have no issues with the vagina at all. And I'm not one to say I'm bragging about it because, I'm getting some coochie. No, honey, when I tell you I'm a connoisseur of it, the taste, the smell, the touch, and the feel, no issues here with me. There are no hangups in my bedroom. You may come in as father, but I'm always daddy. Know that.
Now, see, I've been I've been watching your work for years, and I never knew that part about you. Call me slow.
Why would you? Why would you? Because I don't get on. I'm saying that's not even a part of my act. I talk about stuff
Yeah.
that's day to day that relates. But the internet has allowed us to open up to be a lot freer about who we are. But if people never took the time to have a personal conversation with me, then you would never know who I am. Because if you ask me, I'm pretty much going to tell you.
Well, thank you for being so transparent with me.
Transgender, all that.
That is insane. So are you dating someone now?
I am not. I'm afraid of love, Tasha. After that last Tasha, so my second baby mama that I was in love with, when I tell you that the love that I felt for this woman, I never even knew it was inside. And when she broke me, she shattered me to so many pieces. I don't even think I've collected all the pieces back. But what it did was she taught me a lot of life lessons. But what it did was it made me, I'm not scared of a new love. I'm afraid of the old hurt because
Yeah.
I was in a place where I didn't even want to live because you can't
Wow.
stop that pain. So I didn't want to be here anymore.
And you
Even
had
with
three
children, I didn't want to be
babies.
here.
And you had
And,
three.
and that is what saved me because I had a purpose. I had a 3-year-old, a 3.5-year-old, and a 4-month-old. Somebody needed a pamper. Somebody needed help with school. Somebody had to eat. So I couldn't even go into that dark hole and just say I'm done because I always had something to do. I
Mm.
didn't see it then like that. I see it now because I'm out of it. But when you in it, that shit hurt. Good God, does that shit hurt.
Wow. So the preconceived notion is, to the public is when
Uh-huh.
men are transgender. Well, when a man becomes a transgender, sorry about that. There's this automatic, oh, you must like men, or
That's
you
what,
must be
and
gay.
that's what people forget for not listening to your grandmama tell you. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Mm.
The book
Mm.
might look raggedy on the outside, but the pages could be gold. But guess what? You are too superficial to open the book to see that. So when you're too superficial to do that, then your loss, not mine, because I know who I am. Look in the mirror. Do you know who you are? I'm talking to the people who don't know who they are, not you, Tasha. I
No,
know
it's
you
okay.
know
It's
who
okay.
you are. Your big mouth
Sometimes I
ass.
still
Look,
have
your big
questions.
mouth ass. You know who you are.
Sometimes,
I love when you get loud and cut up.
sometimes I still be having questions like, what I'm saying? Like, is that me?
And
But
I'm here for the answers. That's why we have a podcast called Laugh and Learn, baby. Because let me tell you something. I will teach you anything you need to know. And respectfully, I think that people should be allowed to ask questions because that's how you learn. But some people just want to ask in a dig way or be nasty as opposed
yeah.
to I really want to know because most queens, most trans girls are really transparent. They really like sharing who they are if somebody is willing to listen honestly. But if you come at me sideways, I'm gonna straighten your ass up. And
Ooh,
most girls think like me. We think like that because
yeah.
we're so used to being abused and bullied all the time that we always get our defenses on. But if you go and sit and talk to a trans woman and to find out, how long you've been living, what's your name, where you from, what's your relationship like with your parents, most girls will honestly talk to you very genuinely and nice. But most people want to be shitheads. So when you be a shithead, you get shitted on.
Wow. I can't imagine because there's a creator that I follow and I absolutely love. Um, she's a trans woman now, Jessica Kahinor. And I followed Jessica when Jessica was Jacob. And seeing the transition, I saw
Ooh.
like she went through a lot, getting the surgeries and taking the medicine and stuff. And, we've disconnected some, but I just always wanted, but I didn't want to cross that line. Like, cause you want to ask people, cause you could feel the energy. Like, what are you going through? You can talk to me, but it's like, I couldn't imagine a trans woman feeling as if, oh, I can just talk to you about what I'm going through. Nobody would
I honestly
understand.
believe that if you would, with the authenticity that you just had in your voice when you were saying, I honestly believe that if you had went to Jessica in a safe space to talk to her one on one, she would have talked to you. She would have
I
answered all your
believe
questions
that. I
because
believe
it
that.
sounded real. Is that how you just expressed it? Sounded authentic. We can smell the bullshit. Trust me, we can smell the bullshit. You can
Yeah.
too. You know.
Yeah. No, I believe that because
But I don't want to sex change. I know a lot. When you say about the surgery, I've had breast implants. I have black market silicone in my hips and stuff. But I never wanted to get the surgery. I never wanted to take nothing off. I just wanted to put something on. I didn't want to put this corona weight on, but it's still here. Still.
Listen, I know that life has been kicking all of our ass lately, but we don't have to look like it. Walking around with dark circles like I used to, acne, hyperpigmentation, you can knock all of that out. Adjust your crown and return your skin to goddess status with the Regal Rose Club. Purchase their vegan skincare cleanser, moisturizer, and mask using the link below. It's made with all organic and premium natural herbs. Get your glow back with Regal Rose Club.
See, I enjoy oral sex, but to be honest, some of my experiences have been not pleasing due to lack of proper vaginal hygiene. I went down on this chick once, and the yoni was so good and fresh. It took me on like a whole nother level of just pleasure. So at that moment, I had to stop and ask, what are you using? And she told me, Embrace Pangea Feminine Wash.
We all know that a fresh yoni brings on a whole new level of confidence, so visit embracepangea.com, and of course, I got my winos covered for a discount, so use the coupon code TASHAK for 10% off your first order.
Okay, next.
Let's talk about your comedy special with Tiffany Haddish. How was that?
Let's do that with my baby.
Yes, how was that?
Let me tell you, that was incredible. That was overwhelming, and that probably was one of the greatest moments in my career and in my life, actually, until yesterday. Because yesterday, when I was inducted to that, put on that wall, because I never thought my name would be on the wall at the Comedy Store. Let's just start there. And then my children graduated. Those are my greatest joys, my children. But when Tiff told me about the project, she had told me like a year before. And I was like, okay, so we didn't hear anything for a long time. But I wasn't sitting around waiting on it. I was here, and we were in a struggle, Tasha, at that time. I was ostracized from working at the clubs in Southern California. Trans entertainers are not safe in Southern California because they don't really book the trans girls here. So they book all the drag race girls or the boys that dress up. They don't really book the trans. We got some hateful. We got Sasha Colby here, Fantasia. We got some really great trans entertainers here, but Southern California is really a boys' town. And so Tiffany had told me that, and I was like, okay. And so when we came and they first told us the offer, girl, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the offer. I was like, what? Me? My name? And it was great. And Tiffany really rolled out the red carpet for us, for all of us ladies that were involved in season 1 of Bay Ready. She wanted to prove a point that if you pay it forward, your blessings don't stop. And she gave a lot of us unknown. A lot of us have been in the game 18, 15 years and couldn't get a break because the stigma in black comedy is women can't carry the show. I'm like, y'all ain't never seen some more? Y'all ain't never seen Monique?
No, that's
y'all
my
ain't never
bitch.
seen
Those
Cheryl Underwood?
are my bitches.
Cheryl Underwood. I've seen destroy a stage so hard that the male comics didn't even want to follow her. I've seen Cheryl wreck a room to where they had to leave after her number because the comics said, I can't even go behind her. He couldn't follow it. Well, comedy is a very male-dominated field, but there are a lot of powerful women in comedy. When women get bold and strong on stage, she's an angry black woman, or all she talk about is dick. Well, nigga, all y'all talk about is pussy. So what's the blowback?
That's what we talk about, though.
Tiffany came in a whole different way. You know, Tiffany, and to me, Tiffany was a godsend. And Tiffany was one of the comedians or one of the celebrities that I met in my career that told me that she was going to do for me and reach back to pull me up and did. Because there were so many whose names I will not name because you know who you are that have promised me that and never did because you were afraid that somebody was going to say, oh, you know Flame Monroe, or oh, you working with that. Tiffany had no inhibitions whatsoever. So all of us wanted to do a great job that was her first baby. You know, that was the first thing, her own project. And it took off. And I'm telling you, paying it forward and blessing people, look at Tiffany's career now. Yeah. Tiffany like a damn in the stratosphere. She got 3,000 jobs. I asked her what she Jamaican just yesterday.
No, I was going to say, because I know, from, the people in the blog sphere, the news sphere, the conversation was, how a lot of people was questioning, did she do this and not accept the special because of what Cat Williams said about her? And because of people saying that we've never really seen her do shows. And then her last show, I think they booed her. Everybody has bad shows. I've seen every comedian have a bad show.
So let's go back and revisit that, Tasha. I love that you brought that.
Okay.
So he said that about Tip. Right after he said that about Tip, because she had that bad show in 2019 that she addressed on her 1-hour special with Netflix called Black Mitzvah, that she won a Emmy for, or Grammy, whatever award. She won One of them. She has everything now but the Oscar. Um, you still may not know Tiffany's best joke. If I had to say what Tiffany's best joke is, I'm gonna say it's the lazy stripper. But I wouldn't even think that's her best joke. None of that matters because look at where she was, what she was, and now who she is and where she's going. Meanwhile, the person that tried to drag my sister, and I fucking love me some Cat Williams. I worked with Cat at the Improv one night on a Monday night in California, and the nigga said, I don't know what you is, a he or a she, but you're funny as hell, but I want to tell you, you're a greedy motherfucker. Make up your mind. It was hilarious. But Cat don't have the right to drag Tiffany.
Yeah.
Cat gotta fix Cat.
Yeah. And Cat is an
You
amazing
can't.
comedian, but I
Cat
do
is a
feel like he
monster
did
on
not
stage.
monetize his career the way Kevin Hart did. And to be honest with you, no shade to Kevin Hart. I love to see my black people doing exceptionally well, but if I had to put, and I hate putting comedians against comedians, it's like putting bloggers against bloggers or newscasters. I think Cat is a lot funnier.
What I tell you at the beginning of this conversation, the funniest comedians are not on TV.
You did say that.
They're in the clubs. They on the grind. They in the digs waiting to get a break.
Yeah.
That's where the funny is at, for real.
Yeah.
But I love Kevin. I love Cat. Cat got to fix Cat. You don't get to speak on somebody else's career when you got to work on your own. And Cat is a monster on stage, a nightmare of a monster on stage. But guess what, Cat? That's you on stage. Let Tiffany have her arena. See, this is why my motto is on my page for all my flamettes. Can't no bitch do what I do. And when I say that, I don't mean that I'm the greatest bitch in the world. I mean, if I'm so focused on what I'm doing, Tasha, I can't focus on what you're doing because I ain't got time for it. I can't focus on what your husband is doing. I don't have time for that. I'm focused on me.
Okay. So I'm glad that you addressed that because I know a lot of people were, was questioning that. Like, did she do that because she got scared again and she thought maybe she was going to bomb it? And with Netflix and Monique's situation, like, did she feel like maybe the pressure? So that's why she fruited and forwarded the special to y'all, which y'all did an amazing job at. But it was kind of one of those
all my
things.
sisters feel that.
Yeah, it was kind of one of the things like we had to ask, like, I personally think there are two different comedians. There are the fucking comedians like you, like Cat Williams, like, I love the comedy clubs. I frequent them here. Every time there's a show, somebody's in town. I'm gonna be honest with you. Watching D.L. Hughley on TV for years, I didn't think he was funny. When I went to the comedy show, this motherfucker roasted me so bad, I was on the ground laughing. It just hit different.
Well, with TV, you on TV, you pigeonhole. It's only so much even when you want to just go brash. This is not the 70s, and the cancel culture is a nightmare right now. The cancel culture need counseling. They too quick to cancel you when you say something, and it's the truth. Somebody's thinking it, you just afraid to say it. So comics we don't even have that privilege like we used to, like the Red Fox and the Richard Pryor years and I think the last of the Mohicans may be Paul Mooney, because Paul Mooney don't give two fucks. Not one, but two. Paul Mooney don't care. He gonna say exactly how he feels.
Yeah.
But I think that might be the end of an era because the world has changed so diversely. But
why does it have to be that way though? Because I'm like, cancel. You can't cancel me. Cancel your debit card. You ain't put in all this motherfucking work I did. So just because I say the wrong thing, as everybody does, like if I put a camera on your life, the people that are watching,
look.
Cancel your motherfucking and then why don't know I say cancel your motherfucking debit card. Y'all done unsubscribe, y'all done came back. You know what I'm saying? You only as good as your last whatever it is that you do. Whether it's your last show, my last show. That's all that people are gonna really remember unless you do something so monumental. Yeah.
Well, you can't. Here's my motto to the cancel culture: you can't cancel me. I ain't even got started yet. And if you think you mad, scratch your ass and get glad. That's what my grandmama say. I don't understand why the world has changed so much. I think the internet had a big part of it because people are keyboard gangsters and so afraid. And I have raised my children on, if you somebody on social media say, I don't like your dad or I don't like you, and they get 100 likes, understand that that means absolutely nothing to you. First of all, you don't even know 100 people. You don't know these people. These are a lot of people who are lost in their own minds, who are unhappy and miserable, sitting in their mama's basement, overweight, underprivileged, in love, and miserable. And misery loves company. And hurt people hurt people. So if I'm a hurt bitch on the internet and I can make up a fake profile, I'm already fake enough. Why would I make up a fake profile? I'm already half fake with these cities and shit. I can sit
No, them
back and
things
make
look
your life
real.
miserable.
I done seen them through the sheer dress. Them bitches look real. Look better than mine.
But and I teach my children that don't let nobody take your joy. Those people are miserable. I bet you when they look in the mirror, the reflection turns around and looks away from them, because some people can't face themselves. And Teddy Pendergrass made the greatest song ever. You can't hide from yourself. Everywhere you go, you see, there you are.
Yeah. And a lot of times when you do hit those keyboard gangsters, those trolls, a lot of them are projecting a lot of the things that they're going through. So they're probably the same way. They probably feel the same way. They're struggling with the same things. So
Hurt people.
They project that onto other people. Like, this is what I would do, or you shouldn't do that. I mean, I've tried a couple of them a few times. Like, they put my address, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I know your address in my DM. And then I screenshot their job. And I'm like, so what we doing? They block me. They get the fuck off the internet.
That is the only way to play the game, though, Tasha. That is the only way you have. That is why Trump was so successful in his reign, because everybody was afraid. Because people forgot that before Trump jumped into politics, which he really never was a politician, but before he jumped into politics, he did business with the Democratic and the Republican Party. His daddy was a gangster for real. John Trump was a monster, and he knew where the bodies was buried in the dirt. And of course, he told his idiot son. And so his idiot son, that's why none of those people came out against Trump, because he had the goods on all of them. That's why he holds the cards. That's why it was only women that would come after him. The fucked up part was the men that was doing business with him didn't realize he making money with us, but he's spending it on your wife. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. In his ass with no grease and a dirty razor turned sideways.
How do you feel about social media banning him?
I think it was a great thing. Look,
really?
Well, no, because now he has something else. But that should even be the question: whether he's banned or not. What we gonna do? Listen, as a black person, because when we had the Black Lives Matter movement, I was 100% Black Lives Matter. I didn't want the infighting. I know that my community tried to start the whole trans rights lives matter, but trans lives always matter. Everybody's life has always mattered. But we have to stand together as a fist as opposed to a separate. So when Nancy Pelosi said that we were not ready to impeach that nigga, Nancy Pelosi wasn't saying that we didn't have the goods. She was saying that us as a Democratic Party was not together. See, that's the problem with us. We're never together to go and take it. The Republicans want two things: power and money. More power than money. They want to remain in positions of power. We were not like that. And that's why when all these famous quiet niggas now telling us to hold our goddamn votes, ice trays and ice cubes and cornbreads and stuff, and now they quiet. I ain't heard nothing. You hear it? You hear it? Oh, okay.
How do you feel about like the Democratic Party pandering to minorities, blacks, Hispanics, using more so entertainers like Cardi, people who aren't as politically in the limelight, to get us to vote? How do you feel about that?
It goes right back to your first question about how you feel about the internet and cancel. The internet makes people weak. Okay. Because you're following the leader like a Pied Piper. When you don't know who you are, do you know how easy it is to be led by somebody who's more lost than you, i.e. Donald Trump? When you don't know who you are, do you know how easily 74 million people voted for him it is to be led by somebody who don't even know who they are? Look in the mirror. There you are. Look in the mirror. There you are.
You said a lot there. You said a lot. Well, listen, I ain't gonna hold you up because we've been on for an hour. I mean, I could talk to you for hours. I'm talking about Joe Budden
I would teach
podcast
you some
hours.
things. Girl, you gotta join me. You gotta join me on my Love Lounge one night. So on Instagram, I do this thing at night
Please.
called Love Lounge. Oh, you would have a
Okay.
great day. We talk real dirty. It's no politics. It's
I
sex,
love it.
baby mama, baby daddy, relationships. Because I think I'm a relationship guru, seeing that I have been the husband and the wife, sometimes in the same night, depending
Well,
on how
listen,
much money was involved. 2 times.
there's a lane now because we don't put Derek Jackson out of business.
Well, I don't know. Well, wait a minute. So wait a minute. That whole story with Derek Jackson, because he's a very handsome man. Are they angry at him because he was cheating on his wife, or are they angry that the wife stood by her man?
I think they're angry that he's portrayed such a image of being perfect for so long that when he did have transgressions, he wasn't honest about it. Because he lied up until I put the
What?
receipts out. So that's
And what did I just say? When you're a lost person, do you know how easily it is to be misled by somebody who's more lost? So all them Derek Jackson fans who thought he was perfect, no man is perfect but God. So y'all was already lost and y'all soul following him. So who you mad at? Because he was just being a man. So who you mad at? Because now he's no longer your
I
leader.
told him,
So who you mad? Now who you gonna follow?
I felt kind of bad. I didn't think the internet was going to cancel him like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn.
Let me tell you something, Tasha. Okay, on Love Lounge, I teach this lesson to all women and all men.
Okay.
A smart man with a hard dick and a dumb man with a hard dick got the same target. If you don't believe me, Derek Jackson, Bill Gates, boom.
Yeah. I mean, the hose is coming out
Now,
at night against
now,
Bill Gates.
Now, what's the difference? One black, one white, a hard dick and on a dumb man and a hard dick on a brilliant man. Guess what? Same target.
That was
I got a bus.
kind of fucked up. Bill Gates is fucking the very bitches that are his bosses. Like, how I'm gonna fuck your husband and your wife my boss? That's crazy. The Bill
It ain't tricking if you got it, Bill. Bill say it ain't tricking if you got it, baby.
Bill, look, I thought he paid him enough to shut the fuck up. You supposed to
Now,
pay-
which Bill you talking about? Which Bill you talking about? Bill Gates or Bill Cosby? Because one of them ain't paid. One of them just knocked you out.
Yeah. Bill Gates, you got all that damn money. Put that bitch up in somewhere in the penthouse in New York City. She gonna say a motherfucking. That's one thing about women. You keep them comfortable, they ain't gonna say a goddamn thing at all. So,
I'm with you, Bill Gates. If you into a tranny, I might not be. You ain't got to put a ring on it, but I damn sure leave a ring around it, nigga.
So
Call me.
I always have secrets. I always have secrets that I reveal to my guests so that the winos can get to know me a little more. I've always wanted to be a comedian, but I was too punked to be one.
Why, Tasha? Please tell me why.
Because I see greats like you, like Cat Williams, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Richard Pryor, like Eddie Murphy, and Jamie
Girl,
Foxx.
I love that you put my name. I love you just because you put my name with those giants. Thank you.
Like for real, like you are funny as fuck. And I see greats such as y'all, like Dave Chappelle, and it's like I can't live up to that.
I love Dave.
Yeah.
No, but so you're going in with the wrong frame of mind.
I know, and that's
what
fucked
you
up.
do. So let me tell you what you find you an open mic, a little hole in the wall spot. You take no one with you. You take no one with you.
Okay.
Because if you take somebody and you have a great show, they're going to blow your head up. And then your next show, if you crash and burn, that shit hurts like fire.
Yeah.
You go by yourself. You do the 2-minute or 3-minute open mic and you talk to the people. You let us know who you are. Let me tell you what works for me as a comedian. When I remove the shield between you and me to let you know I'm just like you. I just look different from you.
Yeah.
It makes it work. Tell your story. Girl, you got a funny nature. Tell a story. Talk about a kid. Talk about something that happened with you and your husband. And realize how many women in the audience going to be able to say, damn, my husband did that same dumbass shit. And be like, why all these niggas stupid, but they did good. So, and own it, but take no one with you. Take your recorder, your phone with you and record yourself. Listen to yourself. Don't look at yourself. You know what the fuck you look like. Okay. You need to hear it. So when you go back and do it again, you can replay it. But take no one with you. I tell everybody, and make great connections in the comedy world because being funny don't always get you the gig. Great relationships like mine with Tiffany, who reached back after years, keep great relationships because you never know. It might not be your turn. It might be your friend's turn, but your friend and you are great. So when they make it, they pull you up and you make it, then all y'all make it.
That's
Boom.
amazing. I love how
That's like
close and
Monroe.
connect. I know, I love it. I love how close and connect the comedians are because you guys do, like when I saw Cat Williams do his special and he had Lunel and all these other comedians. I mean, it's absolutely great.
Cat loves Lunel. Lunel loves Cat too.
I
They're
know.
great friends.
I know. I thought they were fucking at one time. I was like, the way he loved her. No, I'm just playing. No.
You thought they was getting. You thought they was doing it.
I did. But you know, Kings of Comedy, Queens of Comedy. But I'm gonna take you up on that because I always ask my husband, go with me to the club, and he's like, nah, like I don't think you should do that
because if you crash and burn, see, and that's what I'm saying. And if you crash and burn the first time, you ain't got to tell nobody. You ain't got to tell nobody.
And let me tell you, when I first started this, when I had my own radio show here in Atlanta, the first show, I'm telling you, I asked my husband, I was like, oh my God, I was so excited. Like I did it on my own. And he was like, He was like, no, but I'm going to tell you, it made me go harder though. Cause like, okay, I got you.
That's why I told you. I tell all young comedians that. I tell everybody who says, I want to do that. Right. Go by yourself because your friends will blow you up or they'll tear you down. And then as soon as y'all get into it in about a year, bitch, I went to you with the club. You was terrible, bitch. I don't need you to remind me of that shit. That's a sore spot. Knock it off.
I'm telling you, everywhere I go, ever since I was a kid, people used to tell me, oh my God, you need to be a comedian. They ask me now, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I just like to have a good time. And so, I mean, I got stories for your ass. I mean, will you find them funny is the crazy thing. So, like, that's what I'm worried about. Like, oh my God, will they think I'm funny? But they tell me all the time I'm funny. So I respect the craft.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I respect the craft.
And I love that some comedians make it look effortless, but stand-up is extremely hard because it plays off emotion. So if I'm in a fucked up mood, I can take that fucked up mood on stage with me.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take it up on you, and then I'm going to come thank you when I do it. Whether I do good
I want to hear about it, Tasha. I want to hear about it, Tasha.
Okay.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. Please tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, ask you questions.
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram at Monroe Flame. I'm backwards, backwards name.
Yes.
I also have a podcast on iHeart, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you listen to your podcast at, called Laugh and Learn that we tape every Monday, and it drops Wednesday night, and the video component drops on Friday. Thank you, Charlamagne and Tiffany, for that. You can catch me on Instagram, on Facebook as my whole legal name, Mark Zuckerberg, Marcus Flame Monroe Parker. And please do not follow me on Twitter because it's all porn and you don't need to see how dirty I really be thinking.
They coming. That when you tell them not to is when they coming. So
please don't follow me on Twitter because it's all porn. I ain't gonna even lie, shit.
And thank you so much. I'm so humbled that you chose to share a part of you that you haven't expressed before. And so like that's why we.
Can I tell you? Since you shared a secret, can I share a secret with you?
Yes.
I had so many people in my inbox ask me not to do your show.
I'm not surprised.
They say, oh, Flame, she's messy. She gonna be loud. I say, so y'all don't trust that my nature and my personality will win her over and we could just have a good conversation? Flame, she this and she that and she woo, woo, woo. And so to all you doubting Thomases, we won. You lose.
You know what? They just don't want to see me grow. That's all. That's all. They don't like a black woman that's loud and opinionated and ain't afraid to say what I want to say. They can't stand that shit. But thank you for listening to
that's Stacey Abrams down there. It must be something in the water because Stacey Abrams she ain't loud, but she gonna get her point across. Miss Stacey Abrams is a beast. Y'all should be down there. Y'all should have a parade for Stacey. Stacey Abrams has saved the city of Atlanta, and hopefully she gonna save the state of Georgia.
She gonna be president.
Well, we got to get her the governorship first. Can we get rid of Kim saying? Let me just say it right now.
That shit. She gonna go right to being a president. She gonna skip right past that shit.
I think Kamala might have something to say about that, though. I'm just saying.
I like Kamala, but I want a black woman. I want her to look like me. You know what I'm saying? I want her to talk like me. I want her to like the same thing.
Well, that's not fair, Tasha. Kamala is a black woman. Her dad was black.
I don't think she considers herself black. I think she considers herself minority. I've never heard her say I'm a black woman. I've heard her say I'm the first woman of color. That's what she said.
I bet you her white husband named Tim don't think that.
He showed
I
up.
bet you he think he think he married to Kizzy and he gets his life, honey, watching Roots and getting it in at the same time. Yes, God. Hey, Black Girl
Thank
Magic
you.
is still
And
working, baby. If you don't believe me,
and listen, give my
if you don't
love.
believe me, ask Harry. Ask Harry.
No, I'm gonna ask him. The Harry left everybody. He left his whole everything that he knows to follow that pussy. He did.
Black Girl Magic, baby. I keep telling y'all, ain't nothing like. And you know what? Why Black Girl Magic is so powerful? Black women's pubic hair. Nobody ain't got none like it. It's got multiple purposes. You can tie a nigga up with it. You can floss your teeth. All that. The black pubic hair is like spider webs, baby. Y'all stop shaving your pubic hairs, and you'll keep your husband.
Listen, give Tiffany Haddish my love. I love her new look, the short hair, the gold, the bitch is in shape. She killing it.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I think she's drinking the Benjamin Button juice because I just did work with her 2 weeks ago. Girl, she going backwards. She looks so young.
She
and so
probably
beautiful.
vegan. I know she vegan. When black women go vegan, that's how they look.
Oh wait, what about a black tranny? If I go vegan, what?
Same thing. So it's that black. We roll back in age. God gave us the plans.
Girl, I'm scared if I go vegan, my beard might. Look, I'm scared if I go vegan, my beard might grow back. I'm good.
No, thank you. Please.
Thank you, Tasha. I had a great time.
Thank you. When you were in Atlanta, please stop by. I want you in the wine cellar. I want you sipping with me, and we're going to really dive into it. So thank you. I had so much fun here, and thank you for having faith in our platform and giving little old me a chance and some encouraging words.
Please.
That I'm still little, that I am going to definitely use and give all the credit to you. Like, seriously.
Oh, I want to hear about it too, and I'm telling you, don't even psych yourself up. Just go write it down what you want to talk about.
I'm gonna be like, whatever happens. They kick my ass off the stage. I'm gonna come back next week and I'm gonna show them.
Fill the audience out, because it'll happen. I'm telling you, I promise you it will.
Okay. Thank you. I love you, Monroe Flame.
Thank you. Love you back, Tasha. Thank you. Bye, Tasha. Bye, Tasha. K-Fam. Bye.